Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ACW Terror this week. And, well, I have a very special guest with us. We're live from the O2 Arena in London, England. I have a very special guest, and I promised the board of directors that I was going to be professional tonight. And so I'm going to be a man of my word. And I also have an announcement to make tonight. Will be Jackson Law Appreciation Night here on ACW Terror. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my very special guest at this time, he is my ACW World Heavyweight Champion. He is the Black Prince, Jackson Law.
Chris, I could call you Chris, right? I can call you Chris.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Welcome to the show. How are you, champ? How was your week?
It's been a very, very eventful week for me. I see it already. You know, a hater's job is to hate, Chris Mack. A hater's job is to hate. But let me give a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sheep in the locker room, it is I, yours truly, the Black Prince, Jackson Law, the greatest of all time, the best that there is, and the best that there ever will be, the God of PCW and your ACW World Heavyweight Champion, me. And let me introduce everyone to Lucille. Now, before we jump into this amazing terror show, because individuals used to refer to this show as the greatest show on earth, and it is the greatest show on earth. It has been the greatest show on earth ever since Jackson Law stepped foot inside the doors of ACW. But to the individuals saying boo and Law is not my champion and calling me an ass print, well, your opinion, it's very similar. No, I'm not going to go there. Let's just say your opinion is very similar to the ruling that was recent inside of the Supreme Court. Just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, Mr. Mack, you have a fantastic show that you have to put on here. And me and Lucille will do our best to be non-biased. Well, I can say I will be non-biased. I can't speak for Lucille.
I mean, let's just be professional. I know I've had some strong words for you at the last time we were live on the MPCW network. So,
I heard, Mr. Mack.
we're not going to let emotions run high. We're going to be professional. We're going to deliver the ACW action to the ACW fans.
Agreed. Ass print. That's funny. That's a good one. Now, the last time I heard ass print, it was like 2 years ago when I stepped foot in this company, and here I am, world champion. Where exactly is Rhodes at on that totem pole? That's right. Beneath my ass print. That's where Rhodes is.
Okay. That was pretty clever. It's pretty clever there, champ. I'll give you that. Starting off the night, though, ladies and gentlemen, we have the number one contender for the United States Championship, KC Luchador, the worldwide desperado, notorious desperado, all those wonderful things. And he's taking on a newcomer here to ACW. He says he's a newcomer. He kind of reminds me of a couple guys. He's taking on Ringling the Great.
I've never heard of Ringling the Great, but I am rooting for Ringling the Great. Let's go Ringling, because KC Luchador is a man that has history with Jackson Law. maybe I'll revisit history as world champion. Give Casey Luchador his rightful opportunity at the ACW World Heavyweight Championship, a championship I might want to remind the entire ACW universe that was once held by a great legend, being Mr. Danger, who happened to win that championship from Casey Luchador.
That is correct. But to counterpoint, it took a lot for Casey Luchador to grab that championship title, even though it was unfortunately taken from him. I guess you could say, some people would say, by the legendary one himself, the felonious Mr. Danger from the Church of Misery. But ladies and gentlemen, match number 1. Casey Luchador versus Ringling the Great. Both men are in the ring as Ringling begins performing magic tricks before the bell sounds. He pulls a fake rabbit out of his hat and he throws it at Casey Luchador and begins laughing. Casey Luchador, looks in confusion as he catches the rabbit. Ringling then shows his hands are empty and magically he produces a staff and he smacks Casey Luchador. The referee quickly grabs the staff away from him and he calls for the bell. Finally starting the match, the two men immediately lock up and the fight is on, ladies and gentlemen. The action goes back and forth, both men doing damage to each other, but eventually Ringling the Great, he runs out of tricks and Casey Luchador catches Ringling with a desperado kick and picks up the big 1, 2, and the 3. Right here in London, England. Your winner, the number 1 contender for the United States Championship, Mr. Casey Luchador.
Congratulations. Congratulations are in order, Casey Luchador. Wow. What an amazing match, Chris Mack. What an amazing match indeed. I mean, the ref let so much go on before calling for that bell.
I mean, it's one of those things, and you know this as a competitor yourself. Before that bell rings, it kind of Wild West out there. Until the referee signals that bell to make it official started, you kind of get away with a lot.
That
to Ringling's credit.
Now,
match number. Go ahead, champ.
Mac. I don't know if we're holding the same headsets or not, but it sounds like someone in your production truck just said that they have a video that the board of directors have asked for you to play right now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it being Jackson Law Appreciation Night here on ACW Terror, we have a couple of videos from some current superstars. We have a very special video we're going to play a little bit later. But right now, let's hear from Sabrina the Psycho. And I believe there's a cameo by Sarabai. Let's check it out, folks.
What is there to truly say about Jackson Law? He's a man, a myth, a legend, a pain in the ass.
Do I really have to say something about Law? Seriously?
You don't have to, but you can say whatever you want. I'm not stopping you.
He's the top asshole in the company. I'm not wasting my time or my energy because I'm Sarabai, for crying out loud. I'm the best in the company, and he's just out there kissing everyone's ass and became world champion.
Well, you're not wrong there, but he does back up what he says. So, he's a worthy competitor. He's a good champion. Although his mouth can get annoying.
Well,
I mean, 90% of that was bullshit, but there's one thing that was actually true. The 10% of that was very true is I am a worthy champion. That is very true.
Absolutely, man. You scratched and clawed and fought your way to the top. But, you did it, man. You did it. You did it. You did it. So, I mean.
Listen, nobody forced the pen in your hand, Chris Mack, and said sign on this line. You did that on your own. Now, I may have had some influence and said signing, but justice is served. Justice is served. I cannot wait until it's my moment to shine in the middle of this ring in front of all of these London rats. That's exactly what I see around me is rats and sheep, and it's I can't wait until we leave from this place.
Well, Mr. Law, I'll at least tell you this next week, in 2 weeks, excuse me, for Red, White, and Bruised. We're coming back to the good old US of A. We're going to be live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the Declaration of Independence was signed, or the Constitution, all those things were signed back in the day. Very famous place. We're going to be in a world famous arena. We're going to be in the arena, formerly known as the ACW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for Red, White, and Bruised. We also have a couple more announcements that I'm going to make later on in the show concerning that as we build up to that.
I can't wait. Anywhere
Absolutely.
that isn't London is fine with me. Hell, listen, I'm going to be at the amusement park tomorrow night. And then following tomorrow night, I will be in Washington. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. This has been one hell of a ride for Jackson Law so far.
I mean, I heard while we were, over on this side of the pond, you and Flower Princess may have did a little sightseeing, had a little championship vacation.
We listen. We enjoyed ourselves out here in London. There's not enough hand sanitizer.
I heard you two visited the city of love, that being Paris, France.
Listen, that's the best place for us. She's a princess, so she has to have the best of the best, the finest things, the brightest things, the best things. Flower Princess, I love you, and I cannot wait until we are out of this. I mean, I'm starting to smell like London. I feel like I smell like croissants or something. Like there's just this weird aroma that is stuck in this pathetic place known as London, the O2 Arena. Holy hell, we do need some oxygen in this arena because I can't breathe sometimes in here. It's just overbearing.
I mean, the smell of fish and chips is in the air. I will give you that.
That's
ladies and gentlemen,
Nikki.
Well, that I didn't say tuna, but I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, match number 2 of the evening saw a little bit of a continuation from Reboot in that big battle royal that started the night off, as we seen Johnny Rockstar taking on the man who eliminated him, even though he was kind of out of the match. But Johnny Rockstar taking on Irish Pitbull.
Now, if my memory serves me correctly and I have the mind of an elephant, I believe Johnny Rockstar eliminated Irish Pitbull, which ensued the attack from the Irish Pitbull and the challenge issued from the Irish Pitbull. Sounds to me like the Irish Pitbull is a bully. A bully.
Well,
an absolute bully.
He was definitely, to steal an old catchphrase for a certain program from a certain company that's under a little bit of heat now, he was definitely not being a star.
Absolutely not. He's being the opposite of a star, which is a rock.
And I mean, I guess if you can't be a star, be a bully. As Rockstar and Irish circle each other in the center of the ring, Rockstar charges at his opponent. Irish Pitbull sidesteps him, tripping and sending Rockstar face first into the turnbuckle. Irish Pitbull then immediately attacks Rockstar, delivering hard lefts and rights. Rockstar is trying to fight back, only for the Irish Pitbull to start stomping an Irish mud hole in him. Rockstar grabs one of Irish Pitbull's feet and he shoves him backwards, creating a momentary separation between the two men. I mean, we're not too far from Irish Pitbull's homeland. Maybe, I know them and the Brits don't exactly get along, so maybe he's channeling some of that in here tonight in this match.
That is true. That is true. We are just a little bit across the water, so to speak, from the homeland of the Irish Pitbull. And he's bringing some of that Ireland heat to this match right now. Poor Johnny Rockstar. He probably should have begged you. Maybe if Johnny Rockstar had as much money in his bank account as I do in my pocket right now, he probably could have talked you out of putting him in this match, because he is getting his ass whipped.
I mean, to quote you earlier, he signed the contract for the match. So
Listen, he probably was so jacked up on Mountain Dew, he didn't understand what the hell you were saying to him when he walked into your office. He probably thought you were giving him an endorsement.
I mean, you can purchase different flavors of Mountain Dew over here on this side of the pond. I guess maybe that's what happened there.
Hey, and let me just for the ACW universe to know, I did sell Johnny Rockstar all the stock for Toys R Us, and then they went under. So that was the best investment of my life. Thank you, Johnny Rockstar, for your well-earned money that you just threw away, basically.
Irish falls backwards as Rockstar gets to his feet. Rockstar runs over and he starts kicking Irish in the face and chest as the big man fights his way to his feet. Both men start trading punches and kicks when Irish tries to Irish whip Rockstar into the corner, only for him to catch himself right before he collides with the turnbuckle. Irish then runs and he goes for a splash, but Rockstar moves out of the way. Irish hits the turnbuckle and bounces off, sending him back toward the center of the ring. I mean, Rockstar could go for a pin here. I mean, it was quite a turn of events.
That's very true. Go for the pin, Johnny. You got to go for the pin.
Come on, kid. Make a name for yourself here tonight. Rockstar immediately goes for the pin, but it's only good for one. Irish Pitbull kicks out at one. Rockstar starts punching Irish Pitbull when the big man headbutts Rockstar, allowing him to get to his feet. Nobody wins in a headbutt.
Hell no.
Irish then kicks Rockstar in the stomach. He lifts him up and he nails the legendary slam on Rockstar in the center of the ring. The ref's in position. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via pinfall, the Irish Pitbull. But wait a minute. Apparently it's not over there. Irish Pitbull, then he starts attacking Rockstar. He starts stomping on Rockstar's left knee. He goes for another stomp, but Rockstar quickly comes to his senses. He gets out of the ring as Irish Pitbull calls for a microphone, and he's calling out Casey Luchador, ladies and gentlemen. He tells him, "I'll see you soon. Be prepared to get your lucha ass kicked," as he throws down the microphone and he exits the ring.
Correction, Mac. He said lucha arse because he's from Ireland.
This is true. This is true. He is the lad kicker.
Oh, God.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on to our next match, we have a very special video presentation here once again. And folks, you may want to tag your friends, call your friends, text them, because ladies and gentlemen, we are about to hear from the former owner of ACW himself. We're about to hear from Bobby Wagner, someone you're very familiar with, Mr. Law.
Bobby's still alive?
I was very surprised to hear that myself. I'm not going to lie. I thought he took the money and ran off to Colombia or something.
Well, listen, last I heard of Bobby, all jokes aside, he went and joined the Atlanta Braves organization, and we saw what happened with the Atlanta Braves last year. They won the World Series. So Bobby obviously doing well for himself. You guys did not hold
I
back
heard he put a
on
little.
this
I heard he
celebration.
put a little money behind the Georgia Bulldogs also.
You know, you didn't hold back on this celebration. I let's see what Bobby has to say.
So,
I'm
ladies and
sure it's
gentlemen,
gonna be
without further
mind blowing.
ado, we're here. We're about to hear from former ACW owner, CEO, and founder, the one, the only, thank freaking God, Bobby Wagner.
Yes, I understand. Now, understand one thing. I'm only doing this for money. The contract has been signed. You will be giving me $250,000 for this one social media appearance, correct? Okay, got it. Thank you. ACW. I've been away for a year and they're calling me to ask me for my comments that I should sing the praises of their new ACW World Heavyweight Champion? Jackson Law. Remember me? Of course you remember me. Bobby Wagner, the man who founded you, who signed you to a contract and brought you into Allegiance Championship Wrestling. A man who found you in the gutter and made you who you are today. And ACW wants me to get on social media and sing your praises and congratulate you for your recent success at becoming the standard bearer, the ACW World Heavyweight Champion. Well, Jackson, this is all you're going to get from me. I'll give you this. You have come a long way, but you had nowhere to go but up when I found you in the gutter, breaking and entering into my house. You're nothing but a common criminal, a thug, when I found you. Of course, you've come a long way to be the standard bearer, the black print of Allegiance Championship Wrestling. Jackson, I haven't forgotten what you did to me. It's a sad state of affairs in ACW right now. Chris Mack, what have you done to the best roster in all of wrestling? When Jackson Law is your champion, that's sad. You want a real champion? Look at the real Tim Cyphers. A man who's been here since day one, since Apocalypse all the way till now. He's blood, sweat, and tears for this company. You want to talk about a champion? What about the first Battle Hall of Famer, the man, the myth, the legend, HHL? What about the face of freedom, Sergeant Mayhem? But Jackson Law, you are no champion. Enjoy the moment while you have it, because it won't last very long. And trust and believe, Jackson, if I, Bobby Wagner, the man that you spit on, that you slapped in my face and put me face down on the pavement, if I decided to come back, you'll be back at the bottom in the gutter. That's all.
Wow. 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 Well, ladies and gentlemen, Booby Wagner, live and in living color, doing what he does best, wasting my time.
I mean, I see he's still the same old Bobby Wagner, and you know we can't ask for much better than that.
I mean, better than Bobby Wagner, it would be the next level up on the totem pole, which is, unfortunately, you, Mr. Mack.
I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna get into that. I said I was gonna be professional tonight, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be. Because I don't need to be lectured by someone who left this all to me.
That's true. That is very true. Also, those were not my words. Those were Lucille's words. Just so we're clear.
Completely understand. Moving along, we're going to see someone who you spoke to earlier here that was on social media in the comment section. We've got a champion showcase as we see the new ACW United States champion Southern Heart taking on the MPCW Network champion, the next level James Rhodes.
Wake me up when this match is finished. You put the two most boring, ridiculous individuals in ACW history in a champion showcase. Let me remind you of something, Chris Mack.
I
You
mean-
could have put Cletus the Bum in action. You could have put one of the idiotic CTC members in action. You chose the woman who beat my wife for the ACW United States Championship, the Southern Heart. And the man who doesn't know if he's the next level, if he's the chosen one, if he has his head out of the ass end of the All-American or Bobby Wagner. Hell, this wake me up when this match is done.
I mean, I can't let that one slip by. You say that the most boring people that's ever been in this company. I mean, there's a lot of people who aren't here anymore who are way worse than those.
Listen,
two. I mean,
Mac,
at least
Mac,
I don't
would've-
have a guy running around in polo shirts and trying to steal a soft drink.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But
Or
listen, I
someone
would've-
or a Becky Lynch wannabe even.
True. That
I
is
mean-
true. But you couldn't have filled this spot with someone with the high caliber in-ring competitiveness like Dante Hardcore or Johnny Rotten or hell, or I don't know, Scars maybe.
I think he's retired for
Johnny
like the 50th
Dean.
time. Johnny Dean, I think, slipped in the shower and pulled a disc
Broke
in his
his
back
neck.
or something. No, when that. I mean, I heard
Nope.
a member of the team may have reached out to Jamie Dean, but she was unavailable as usual.
Don't forget Rhodes pinned Law for the MPCW Network Championship. Well, Facebook user, congratulations. You actually paid attention. However, you forgot to add the asterisk in front of the word pinned because he didn't do it by himself. That is James Rhodes' stick, right? He doesn't get the job done by himself. He always has some kind of controversy or mishap that allows for him to get a victory. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
didn't
right.
his
Credit
kid
the assist.
just beat him up?
His own kids don't even like. That's what I'm saying.
I
Credit
heard
the
that his
assist
own
to the
kids don't
All-American.
like him, and one of those children is an infant.
You got to be an ass clown of a chosen one for your own kid.
I
not
mean,
to like.
we may not agree on much, but I can definitely agree with you on that.
It's very true.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, match number 3 gets underway as both champions enter the ring. The referee calls for the bell. Rhodes locks in a headlock on Southern Heart as he's trying to end the match early. He's trying to go for a move that we've seen in matches before, a headlock takeover. I mean, I've seen it happen.
Basic wrestling 101.
At basic wrestling 101. But Southern Heart, with 2 elbow shots to the chest of Rhodes, makes him break the submission hold. Southern Heart connects with a big running cross body to Rhodes and goes for the pin, but it's only good for the 1 count as James Rhodes kicks out at 1. Southern Heart then picks Rhodes up and she tries for a suplex, but James Rhodes reverses it, and he reverses it into a German suplex of his own on Southern Heart. He goes for the pin for the 1, the 2. It's only good for 2. Southern Heart kicks out. Rhodes begins stomping Hart's chest multiple times. Excuse me. Rhodes picks her up and he Irish whips her into the corner turnbuckle. Rhodes then rushes towards Southern Hart, but she ducks out of the way, allowing Rhodes to crash hard into the turnbuckle, and he falls down like a sack of potatoes.
It's about the equivalent of what he is right now, a sack of potatoes.
Southern Hart sets up for that Heart Stomper. She's stalking him, and James Rhodes is slowly getting up to his knees. She runs and she jumps for it. Rhodes rolls out of the ring at the last minute. While looking frustrated, he walks over to the announcer's table, the timekeeper's table, excuse me. He grabs the NPCW Network Championship and he says,
Wow.
"Screw this, I'm out of here," as the referee is forced to count him out. Ladies and gentlemen, Southern Heart.
Typical Rhodes.
I,
Typical Rhodes.
I don't know. I don't know what to say there. Maybe when he landed in that turnbuckle, he kind of shook something loose. Maybe I don't
Yeah,
know.
he hurt his vagina, Mac. I'll say it for you. He hurt his freaking vagina. That's what happened. He has to go back to the trainer's office, have them put, some cream, put some ice, give him a couple of pills of Midol to fix his period because he's not man enough to stay in the ring and face someone like Southern Heart in a champion showcase. This is an absolute joke. And this is what ACW has become because of the likes of individuals like James Rhodes. Well, fortunately for you, Mr. Mac, fortunately for you, all that changes because my name is next to ACW World Champion.
Excuse me, sir.
I got a text from
Oh,
Law's wife. Yeah, listen, if Flower Princess sent you a text, it was probably to tell you to pick up her dry cleaning. That's about the extent of the importance of James Rhodes and a text from someone like the Flower Princess, someone who is also a world champion. Huh. Interesting. We started after Rhodes, yet here we are ahead of you again.
I mean,
That's a
maybe it was
tough pill to
somebody
swallow.
somebody just texting him about, "Oh my God, Bobby Wagner thought he was dead." LOL.
Listen, it's funny that he brings up my wife, Chris Mack, because last time we saw or heard from his wife, she was bumping uglies with the Saint of Suffering,
That
Crisis.
that that is
Something
allegedly
I don't
true.
have to worry about.
According to rumor and innuendo, she liked to get a little spooky.
Well, listen, she got more than spooky. Let's just put it that way. Oh, James Rhodes. I could do this all day.
Oh,
What does Captain America say? I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I could do this shit in my sleep, Chris Mack. I could do this shit with one eye open, the other eye closed, one foot tied to one of my arms, and still walk out king of the spotlight.
but ladies and gentlemen, I am going to announce at this time. Let's get this show back on the track. I'm going to announce that at Red, White, and Bruised, our upcoming big extravaganza showcase episode of Tuesday Night Terror, we're going to have the next match in the best of 7 death match series, the 7 levels of hate, between Sarabai and Cletus the Bum. And that stipulation has yet to be named, but it will be revealed very, very soon. In the meantime, however, Mr. Law, I believe of all the video messages that we received this evening, maybe you'll appreciate this one the most because it is from your lovely wife, Miss Flower Princess.
Recently, I was asked what I think about Jackson Law, and of course I said, I love him, he's my husband. And then I was asked, but what about the competitor, Jackson Law? What about the man, Jackson Law, not just your husband? And I sat back and I thought of where our relationship began with laying down the law. I was so nervous for my first interview, and from that moment we became inseparable. And me and Jackson, we took over ACW. We became the first intergender tag team champions of ACW. And we faced the world together. Jackson is one hell of a competitor. He's got this mind for wrestling like no other. He's brilliant. And whether you love him or you hate him, that's just a fact, is that he's brilliant. When it comes to the man that Jackson Law is, he's loyal, whether it's Church of Misery, Renegade, or whatever it may be. If you are on Team Jackson, he will fight for you. But if you cross him, rest in peace, darling, because Jackson Law will have you gone. He will have you missing. He will beat the living shit of you. So when I think about Jackson, he's one hell of a talent. He's one hell of a man. And he's the best thing ACW has ever seen and ever will. There's a reason the two of us became gods of ACW. It is because he is simply the best. So that's what I think about Jackson Law.
With a smile on my face and a tear in my eye, Chris Mack. Finally, someone understands me. But it's okay, Chris Mack, because there's a lot of sheep inside of these walls. There's a lot of sheep underneath the umbrella that is MPCW that are going to get to know this side, this devastating, dangerous, diabolical side of Jackson Law, and I cannot wait until it's my turn to step up and get in that ring, Chris Mack, and address all the sheep. But before we get to that, we have a main event, Chris Mack, a main event that should blow the roof off. Now, you might be asking me, why, Jackson? Why is this main event so high caliber? Why would this main event blow the roof off? Well, let me just explain this to you. In the main event for Terror tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we see the All Allegiance champion, Mason Stevens, as he takes on the former ACW World Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Pastor of Pain, the heavy hitter himself, J.J. Streeter. And I have a vested interest in this match, Mr. Mack. I have a vested interest in this match because the rumor mills have been buzzing. They've been humming. They've been humming my name in a symphony that can only be orchestrated by the grand conductor himself, and that is Jackson Law. So let's see how JJ's mind state is as he faces a man who took this championship from his brother, the Deacon of Debauchery, the Ace, the Trey Camp, after losing his beloved world championship and giving Lucille a new status. Let's see how he does. Curious.
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event match of the evening features the All Allegiance champion Mason Stevens taking on the former World Heavyweight Champion J.J. Streeter. Both competitors are in the ring as the bell sounds, and they go for a test of strength, only for Mason to laugh and kick JJ in the gut, and he plants him with a huge DDT. JJ gets up and he looks at Mason and nods before they rush in and begin trading lefts and rights. JJ getting the upper hand and backing Mason into the corner as he begins delivering shoulders to the gut. As the ref begins his 5 count, JJ backs up at 4, which allows Mason to catch his breath. And I mean, I got to say, for the All Allegiance champion, I mean, that was a mistake to go hands for hands against JJ Streeter, the heavy hitter himself.
That's very true. Listen, Mac, not very many individuals, and listen, despite the differences, despite the animosity between me and JJ Streeter, not very many men or individuals in this company or in this business can go toe to toe with the heavy hitter. But we see Mason is doing it, and if Mason was a smart man, he would pick his intensity up. He would change his intensity. I have a inside scoop that a very, very honorable individual in my life is paying close attention to this match, JJ. So if any mistakes are made, I guarantee you once that riddle box is opened, you will regret it. So, Mason, fantastic job.
Mason steps out of the corner as JJ goes for a spear. Mason then sidesteps, sending JJ shoulder first into that steel turnbuckle. JJ stumbles back, holding his shoulder as Mason grabs him and he plants him with a German suplex. He goes for a pinning combination as the ref is in position. 1, 2,
Come
no.
on, Mason.
Kick out at 2 3/4. Wow.
You got to stay on him, Mason. You got to stay on him. You got him down. You got to stay on him.
Absolutely. Mason drags JJ to his feet, only for JJ, to headbutt Mason, causing him to stumble. JJ rushes in again, and he nails the spear finally on Mason. JJ then smirks, and he picks Mason up, and he goes for that heavy-handed right, but Mason ducks out of the way, and he jumps back up, and he nails a leg sweep, knocking JJ off of his feet. But JJ kips up just in time to be hit with the money shot. Mason goes for the cover, but JJ's able to get his foot on the bottom rope. As the ref breaks the count, Mason drags JJ away from the ropes. He climbs up and he jumps, going for the make it rain, that swanton bomb, but JJ rolls out of the way, and Mason crashes and burns as both men are down. And what the timekeeper is signaling there's only a few minutes left in this matchup in the time limit. JJ, he gets to his feet first, and he pulls Mason up, and he lands lefts and rights, backing Mason into the ropes before he goes for a clothesline over the top rope, sending Mason to the floor. Streeter then backs up, and he nails a huge suicide dive, nailing Mason back first into the barricade. JJ laughs as he rolls back into the ring, and the ref begins his counts. He gets to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mason barely rolls back into the ring before the referee gets to 10. JJ can't believe it. He grabs Mason, who nails a forearm right to the throat, oh goodness, of JJ Streeter. Mason backs up. He's got to be careful there. He backs up and he goes for that money shot again. And just as JJ recovers and he ducks under it and he spins around and he nails Mason with that heavy-handed right. Just as JJ goes for the pin, but the bell rings. What? The time limit has expired, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
Due
God.
to the time limit, this match is a draw.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Wow, indeed. Saved by the bell, Mason. Saved by the bell, because you were not going to wake up from that for a few minutes, my friend.
That definitely, it looked like the writing was on the wall there. Let's be perfectly honest here.
I don't know, Mac.
But
They might have to run this one back without
we may have to run this one
a
back.
time limit.
Well, wait, what? Oh. JJ Streeter just announced to this live crowd that had read, white, and bruised. He is invoking his rematch clause against you, Mr. Law, for the ACW World Heavyweight Championship.
Challenge accepted, JJ. Please, JJ, enlighten the world. Yeah, I heard you. Oh, yeah, I heard you. Me and Lucille will be right there in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, waiting for any and everything that you have in your arsenal to try and take this off of my shoulder. And I can assure you, it is not a spoiler. It's just a goddamn guarantee. You won't be winning this championship, JJ.
Well, it looks like we got security out here to try to get JJ out of the ring area here because.
Oh, come on, JJ. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh my God! I think he. Oh, no! They got him! He almost broke free there. He almost
went through this announce table. He would have got his ass out that ring. He would have went through this damn announce table.
Well, now it's the time of the night where we talk about your championship celebration and what happened there. As we've seen another heartfelt speech from Flower Princess out here live to this crowd. I mean, Casey Riddle was almost in tears. I mean, talking about his brother, in Renegade and everything that you two have been through.
Whoop, whoop!
And then, Mr. Law, the floor was yours.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Mack. While I get up from my seat, I make my way to the ring. Let me address the sheep. The sheep, not only in this cesspool of an arena that is called the O2 Arena here in London, because nobody wants to be here in London. I mean, people who were born and raised in London don't even want to be in London. They want to be in the presence of a god. Well, you are all in the presence of a god, a living god. Now, we're going to hear over the next several weeks from individuals who don't like Jackson Law. We're going to hear over the next several weeks from individuals who can't stand Jackson Law. We're going to hear over the next several weeks from people who admire and cherish Jackson Law, and all of that is said and good, and it's all great. It is all gravy. I welcome it all just the same. my purpose, my goal, my job as ACW World Heavyweight Champion is to make ACW the best that there is and the best that there ever will be. And God forbid anyone step foot in that path.
What the hell is this?
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
The hell?
Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use
Hey,
during the purge.
Excuse
All
me?
other weapons
Hey!
are restricted. Government
Renegade!
officials of ranking 10
Renegade, get out to the ring!
from the purge.
What the hell is this, Mac? You setting me
I
up,
mean,
Mac?
no, and I don't have anything to do with this.
Will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
I mean, your security that was out here, they're on the ramp. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Wait a minute. Is that there are two hooded masked figures coming out on the ramp here, and they are laying out the security detail that was out here. Flower Princess and Casey Willow are up there. They're dealing with these two people. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my God, that's Tim Cyphers. Tim Cyphers just jumped the barricade here. And he and Jackson Law are going at it. Oh my God. What the? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We're out of time. It's time to cut it out. We got to go. Oh my God. What the hell is going on here?